Hi everyone, Nick here. Today, F1 2019 got updated to version 1.12 on the PlayStation 4 at least, and although that has various minor fixes and all sorts of bits and bobs that Codemasters have fixed, the main important thing is that the 2019 cars from the F2 Championship are now in the game. Previously it had only been F2 2018 cars that were in the game. So we've now got the cars from this season, and here are the cars from this season. So first off, we've got Carlin, we've got ART, we've got Dams, you've got Uni-Virtuosi, very nice, Prema, Sauber Junior Team by Charouz, Campos, MP Motorsport, BWT Arden, and finally Trident. And of course, as well as the cars themselves, we've also got all of the drivers. So for Carlin, we have Louis Delatraz, who's a little bit better than his dad was at Formula 1 at least, and Nobuharu Matsushita. ART, well, they've got Nikita Mazepin and Nick de Vries, who is the current real-life championship leader. Dams have got Sergio Sette Camara and Nicholas Latifi, possible Williams driver next season. Uni-Virtuosi have got Guan Yu Zhou and Luca Giotto. Prema have of course got Mick Schumacher, son of Michael Schumacher, and Sean Jalale with his bargain bucket helmet, absolutely love that. Sauber have got Callum Ilott, who's got his fantastic jacket from the F1 Esports, and Juan Manuel Correa, who was involved in the big crash in Spa unfortunately. We've got Dorian Boccolacci and Jack Aitken over at Campos. MP Motorsport have got Jordan King, another British driver, and Mahavir Raghunathan, absolute legend. For Arden, we've got Tatiana Calderon, who I think is the first female driver to be in any of these games, and we have Antoine Hubert, who unfortunately is one of a few posthumous racing drivers to be in these games. We also got Giuliano Alesi at Trident, as well as Ralph Boschung, and that wraps up the driver lineup. So now we know who the runners and riders are, let's go and have a race on track. I've gone for Sochi because it's happening this weekend. I've gone for Raghunathan because it gives me an excuse to say if I finish last, then at least it's realistic. And as you can see, we've not had a great start. We're already down to 18th place, started 17th, so not great. But we're going to try and brake late into turn 2. Going to go down a little sneaky alleyway on the left-hand side there. Few red arrows on the right hand side, so we're getting a few bumps. Hubert is going to get past us there through the long turn 4. We're going to stay in his slipstream, see if we can go round the outside, slingshot, and try and outbrake him. We're also going to try and outbrake Ilott into this corner, run him wide, bit cheeky, but hey ho, it's just a quick race. So end of sector 1 of the first lap, and we're up into 14th place. Nice. What can we do about the cars in front row? We've got Correa and Schumacher ahead of us. Now I found it quite hard to follow cars around here, especially on the first lap. I don't know if the tyres are just cold or something like that, but following cars in this didn't seem particularly easy, especially as you have to be really careful because these cars, although they're not as fast as Formula 1 cars, they also don't stop as well as Formula 1 cars. They don't have as much grip as Formula 1 cars, and as such you have to brake earlier and still go slower. It takes a bit of getting used to when you're driving, but once you get into the hang of it, they're actually quite fun. Think about a move there, but no, that's just silly. We're really close to the car ahead and we kind of like to get past him, so we're going to be a little bit cheeky and actually miles back, go up inside there, banging some wheels there. We get the place done though, so that's not the cleanest move I've ever done, I'll be honest, but it gets us the place and we're up to 13th place. Now we're going to see if we can do anything about the car in front down the long pit straight. But of course, as these are all identical cars, it does make it quite tricky to overtake down the straights because you've got the same engine power, you've got the same grip levels, all of that kind of thing. I don't know how well the game models different setups for AI cars and stuff like that, but it doesn't really help too much if you're trying to get past. You're unlikely to ever have a car advantage over anyone, let's put it that way. We do seem to have a little bit more grip through turn 4 here though, so we're going to go for an absolute dive bomb up the inside of Mick Schumacher there. Again, banging wheels. Again, wouldn't be doing that if it was a career mode or a league race or anything like that, but it's a quick race, so be it. And we're up into 12th place, and we're not far off getting a point. Should be a miracle for my first race in this for a long time. So let's see what we can do about Sean Jalale up ahead and Jack Aitken ahead of him. That will get us into the top 10 and get us some points. Now, one of the things I did actually quite like about this update is that it gave me an excuse to drive the F2 cars again. I haven't driven them since, well, what would it be, since about the second or third day that the game came out, when I had a go at the F1 2019 career mode. And as I'm sure you know by now, that gives you the option of starting it with a sort of story mode scenario. So you started off in F2 2018 and had to battle it out against your two rivals, Devon Butler and Lucas Webber. And I kind of liked the idea of it, but I didn't enjoy the actual scenarios. You had a couple of races where you were just finishing off races with a couple of laps. I didn't enjoy those, and then it asked you to do a full race around the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, and that wasn't fun. I don't know if it was the setup or something about the track, but I just really didn't enjoy that. So I think I just drove into a wall, got it over and done with, and moved on to F1, and then aborted that whole career mode within about one race as well. I do mean to keep going back to it, but you know, busy with league racing and other things at the moment. Maybe another time. The one thing I did notice though is that when I drove this car, I actually liked it a lot more than I did before. I mean, sure, it definitely doesn't have as much grip or speed or anything like that, but it was actually reasonably fun to drive still. I don't know if it's because I just actually accepted this is a slower car, let's drive it properly, whereas when I drove it in career mode I just wanted to do it much quicker, but it was quite fun. I certainly enjoyed it anyway, and I'm not sure whether I'll be giving a whole season or doing the F2 2019 Championship, which is included in this patch, but I'll definitely consider using them. I mean, it'd be quite nice to do them for some league races or something like that. Maybe one of the weekly events could use the F2 cars. Seems a bit strange that F2 is a big thing that they've added for this year's game and they haven't actually touched them, although to be fair there's still a load of classic cars they haven't touched, so it would be nice to see them in a future weekly event. I know there's a week gap between Russia and Japan in the real life calendar, so they're going to have to think of something else to do on the weekly events. Hint hint, Codemasters. But yeah, it's definitely a good addition, I think. So back to the actual race at hand. We're just about to finish the third lap and we are on the tail of Sean Jalale. We are going to have DRS, but as I said before, all of the cars are pretty much equal and there's a hell of a train in front of us. So Jalale is also going to have DRS. He's also going to be getting a slipstream, and as such we have barely caught up with him. We have caught up with him quite a bit there though in the braking zone, and as we're not too far behind, we're already thinking, can we have a bit of a go into turn 5? As you can see, we're miles back, so we should never be thinking about that, but we do it anyway, half-hearted, long side, and we get what we deserve there. So let's get it straight, get back on the throttle. We lose one place to Schumacher, another to Korea, but we're going to get that one straight back. Lock up the wheel on the inside, run wide. You'll see the arrows are going red, so we've got Hubert on our inside. We're going to give him a bit of space, lots and lots of space, by going miles wide on the left hand side, which gives us the inside to this corner. Lock up slightly, but we keep the position. Yeah, again, not the cleanest racing ever, but it's just for a bit of fun. So let's see if we can get our place back, our glorious 12th place back from Mick Schumacher, who's up ahead of us. We've got DRS, but we're miles back, so there's no chance, not even with me in full attack lunging mode, am I going to be thinking about moving up the inside of Schumacher there. We want to keep it nice and tidy through this final sector, because there is no one, well, there's lots of people, but there's no one directly in front of Schumacher now, and that means he's not going to get DRS, and we are going to get DRS. So it'll be a good chance to see how powerful is the DRS in F2. I'm hoping very powerful, because I would like to absolutely launch past him into turn 2. So We've got 1 lap left to go. We've got a gap of just over 4/10. DRS is now open wide. We're going to be gaining slightly, definitely gaining now. Bit of a skip, which is slightly annoying. Going to go up the inside, get it stopped, lock up slightly, no problem there, and we have made the place up into 12th place. Don't think we're going to have time to get 11th from Jaleel, so we're probably going to fail in our mission to attempt to score some points, but hey ho, it's been fun anyway. We'll just try and have a nice tidy lap, keep Schumacher at bay from behind us. We've got another warning there. That corner is awful for corner cuts. I mean, most of his track is pretty harsh, or harsh is probably the wrong word, variable. There are some corners you can cut massively, and some that if you happen to look at the curb, you're in trouble. Bit of a wobble coming out of the corner there. Again, because these cars are slower, sometimes you think you can take liberties with it, or at least I do, but you have to remember they don't have as much grip, so if you try and floor it round a corner when you haven't got the grip to do so, just like in an F1 car, you'll get punished, so you have to be careful. So we're going through here. We've not made the apex, we've gone incredibly wide, just about managed to keep it out of a wall there, and we've got lots of arrows behind us. We've got Schumacher right on our tail, but at this point it's unlikely he's going to get through unless he does something silly like we did earlier in the race. 2 more corners from home, just got to cross the line, stay ahead of Schumacher. We're not going to get any points, but we are going to come home to get a decent 12th place finish in our race. Not too bad. So no points, but...
And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Alex, let's give it to Mahavir Raghunathan. He gained so many positions during the race. He deserves it.
Get in there, Mahavir. I mean, I didn't get any points, but to get the driver of the day from Davide Valsecchi, I mean, what greater honour is there? None whatsoever, if you ask me. So that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for? Go click that button right now. It's massively appreciated if you do. And let me know in the comments below what you make of the F2 content in this game. I mean, sure, it would have been nicer for it to be out when the game came out, but I don't know, maybe better late than never. Definitely worth a go if you haven't already done so anyway. But until next time, and the next video, goodbye.